I've always just felt the urge to make things and create things and express things, and at the moment that comes through in very tangible paintings or art classes, but I'm also a writer and I love expressing myself through words. The other day I picked up a stick and now I'm like, am I a sculptor as well? Because I want to make this antler creature. Like, to me, creativity is like an essential element of life. It wasn't so much as when did I start creating or when did I start painting. It's when did I finally allow myself to listen to that part of me. So whilst it was like as easy as breathing and as natural as like anything else, it also at the same time never felt like something you were allowed to choose. So I've always been an artist, but I've not always made art. That was like devastating on a soul level for me. I didn't paint from, I think when I was 15 to 25, something like that. Like it was like 10 years. And I was just focused on becoming a teacher and doing the right thing. And those are things you're allowed to want. And now that I know art is like breathing, it's like, I held my breath for 10 years. Cool. That didn't impact my mental health. That didn't have any, knock-on effects or ripple effects in my life. But yeah, I had done some big things in my life. I think I'd just come back from England because I worked there for 2 years. And I just walked through the local shopping centre and there was a lady who had rented one of the storefronts, and she would she would sell paintings there, but she would also run classes and just have, you could go there and paint and she would give you advice. Shout out to Louise, who was the lady that was the artist there. With her help and her guidance and even just little tips on do this, not that, I made painting after painting after painting after painting that were legitimately good. And it felt so validating to go, if I could not do this thing that I love for 10 years, not practice, not connect to it, not allow myself to do it, and I come back to it and it's like riding a bike and you didn't unlearn it. It just felt like this permission slip from the universe to go, you're meant to do this. If this is how you feel and this is how it is and this is how or what you're doing, it's not something you can stop doing again. Not to say that I needed to be perfect at it or that anyone else needs to be naturally instantly gifted at something in order to feel called to it or to do it, but because I had shut it down so much for a decade. I honestly think where my mental health was and where my mind was when it came to creativity, if I hadn't have had those initial quick wins, I probably would have just put the paintbrushes back down and go, oh, it wasn't meant for me. Be a teacher for the rest of my life. There are safe things and there are crazy things, and art just happens to be on the crazy list. Even though I'm painting, even though I'm an artist, even though I run art classes, even though I've sold paintings for thousands of dollars, even though it kind of feels like it just exists in this bubble of all that other stuff still kind of exists somewhere in the mix of that. It's complex and it's infuriating. And through that process of self-reflection and trying to understand what the heck's going on, I notice that nature inspires me. For some crazy reason, I have been fighting against it and it just comes through. And I think that's part of having so many inspirations and ideas, is not invalidating them because they're not what I think I should create. Not only am I an intuitive artist and I'm an intuitive painter and my feelings influence what I freaking do, but I really need to come to terms with the fact that I like being able to use everything and anything that helps me express what I want to express. Nature, identity, chaos. That's me, that's my art.